chose not to rush into the announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Which is why we have chosen to fire the father of that family so he no longer has an income, and then make a public video about it where we disown him, essentially, erase him from the videos, and make it #1 trending on YouTube. Because we're so considerate of that family and want it to be a private matter. Good approach. Good approach, Try Guys. I can't help myself on this one. I know it's lowbrow, getting into the muck, but I watched the Try Guys response video, and I could not help but roll my eyes at the inverted pyramid of piffle they decided to publish. I mean, this is just a sick python of purity. It goes around the neck and strangles you of any critical thinking. Now, who am I to comment? Well, being a grizzled vet of BuzzFeed. Oh, look, who's that? It's me.
Like, my size. Well, never mind, I take that back.
Oh yes, been in many BuzzFeed videos, was there for a long time. So I thought we'd react to this video, and I'd bring out some issues I have with it.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys. By now, we're assuming you've seen the Reddit threads, and TikToks, and tweets, and...
I should first say, obviously Ned is retarded. Don't have an extramarital affair, 1. 2, don't have an extramarital affair with your employee. So yeah, Ned is stupid in this situation.
...line of what's transpired and some transparency into our decision-making. Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go into further, but as I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior.
An employee, a helpless intern. No, an associate producer. A producer, for those that aren't aware, when it comes to digital media, is like a director. There's editors, it's in the back, they edit the video. There's producers. Those are the ones that are generally responsible for the ideation of the video, executing the video, getting the locations. Frankly, a lot of times they're the ones also filming the video. They work closely with the talent. In this case, the 4 Try Guys, now 3 Try Guys, the Trey Guys, employee. Why don't you just say producer? Everybody knows it's a producer.
We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports.
Wait, you reached out to check on the employee, and then Ned confirmed the reports. So what did the employee say? Well, all evidence so far has been that the extramarital affair between the employee, producer, and Ned was consensual. It was a consensual extramarital affair at the workplace, which, last time I checked, is still legal. You can have an extramarital affair without losing your job. If everybody got fired for having an extramarital affair, you know how many people would be fired? Like, what, 50% of the population? But no. He had an affair with an employee, with his producer. We had to fire him. We had to remove him from all the videos. And now we have to make this video explaining why we're doing it.
And since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us, and we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on.
Bullshit. I call BS. Now, there's no evidence to suggest they did, but there's no evidence to suggest they didn't. And going off my gut instinct, which you can take for what you want, these 4 guys worked together for 8 years, started a company together. They know the editors, they know the producers, they travel around all the time. They're making videos constantly. They never once noticed that the producer and Ned were getting close, maybe had a little too cozy of a relationship, maybe were texting too frequently. They never noticed a single thing was going on until somebody alerted them on Reddit or on a DM. I don't believe you. And I know you're watching this video because you guys manage your brand like a hawk, like a peregrine falcon, always eyeing what other people are saying about you. And I'm going to say, I don't believe you guys. Now, there's no evidence behind what I'm saying. It is an opinion. But I don't believe that you guys had no idea this was going on. I just don't. You're telling me you had no inkling, no feeling. And even if you did, you didn't follow up on that? Nothing? It took a Redditor finding a picture of the producer and Ned at a bar, just a public bar, in Niagara in New York City, 2 blocks from where I used to live in the East Village. They were that flagrant and that public about it, and yet you somehow never noticed this? Never noticed it. Okay.
All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
and thus began a 3-week process of engaging with
This entire video, they were going to convince you that every action they do is inevitable and that they have no agency in this situation and how it plays out. But it's not true. It's not true. They are the owners of this company. They are the co-founders of this company. It's the 4 of them. They can choose to do what they want. They can proceed how they want. If they wanted to continue working with Ned, they could have done so. It reminds me of another TV show that had a problem with a producer. Top Gear. Jeremy Clarkson punched his producer in the face. What happened? Well, Jeremy Clarkson got fired. And the other 2 co-presenters, they chose to stick with Jeremy Clarkson. They quit the show too. They formed a new show, got picked up by Amazon Prime. It's called The Grand Tour or something. And they continued to work together because they realized, yeah, people mess up, people make mistakes, but we have agency. We can control what happens. We want to continue working together because we think working together is what makes the show magic, and people care more about what we produce together. Different decisions. But I guess that's what it gets back to. It gets back to, do you care about brand and money, or do you care about loyalty and honesty? And maybe that's where I lie. I lie on loyalty and honesty.
employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more, in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps. From the jump,
We want you to know that we handled this by the book. We were the consummate professionals and took every measure to protect our helpless, implied employee. Give me a break. You just got a bunch of lawyers and corporate lawyers because you needed to figure out that you had a PR crisis with one of the founders of the company, and how do you extricate yourself from that situation, even though he's a stakeholder in the company? How do you do that without getting sued? That's what you needed lawyers for.
we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here. This,
I'm going to act angry right here, even though this script has been rewritten and revised by lawyers endlessly for weeks, and we're now reading it off a teleprompter and we know exactly what we're going to say. We're still going to act different evocative emotions. We got dismayed, sad, angry, because it plays well. It's all a facade. It's all a facade to convince you again that they have no agency, that every action they take is inevitable, and it's not.
is something we took very seriously. We refused to sweep things under the rug. That is
Thank you for refusing to sweep things under the rug. Were you planning to? What does that mean?
not who we are, and it's not what we stand for.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities and engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts. We also opted to remove Ned from our releases pending the results of that review.
We also opted to try to erase any existence of Ned in order to protect the brand's image at all costs. You know, that left people confused and wondering why, and
For a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others, and choosing not to feature him in our merch throws. Honestly, I want to give major props to our editing staff for how deftly they've handled that. There are several videos that we've...
Does anybody really care? Does anybody really care that the Try Guys removed Ned, that they manually edited him out of videos? I'd love a poll of people that watch the Try Guys if they really cared whether he was left in the videos or not. Ned is no longer with us, but these videos were shot at X date. Would anybody care? No. It just shows a hypomanic panic to protect the brand at all costs, going into this Soviet-like censorship of erasing. We got to remove, make him invisible, like he never existed.
There are several videos that we've deemed as fully unreleasable. You will never see them, and that is due to his involvement. And that's a decision that has cost us lots of money. We will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision.
And that's a decision that's cost us a lot of money. We won't be able to recoup that money. We want you to know it pained us because it cost us so much money, but we wanted to do the right thing and erase him like we did in the USSR. Give me a break. What is the point of mentioning that it cost you money? They're playing the victim here.
Decision we stand by proudly.
Now, we can't talk about the details of the review, but suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with it.
Conduct unbecoming of the team. He had an extramarital affair with a producer of the show that was consensual. Last time I checked, and not illegal.
So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee.
But not as an owner, because remember, they founded the company together. And we can just take a little look at the company, Second Try LLC. What's going on with the company? Who still owns the company? Well, according to the latest filing, which hasn't changed since February 15th, 2022, let's see, we have Eugene, Keith, Cornfield, all of them, and who's the main one? Oh, look, Ned Fulmer. They've all formed media companies so they can register their companies within a company. But look at Fulmer Media Inc. So what are they going to do? Buy him out? He's still part of the Try Guys. He's still part of the company. That's being sorted out behind the scenes. They're not going to tell you about that, but presumably every Try Guy video that gets released, he's still getting a cut of that money, unless they, offer to buy him out of the company or reach a negotiated settlement? I don't know. But Ned Fulmer may not exist superficially, but he still exists below the surface in the Try Guys.
We chose not to rush into the announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Which is why we have chosen to fire the father of that family so he no longer has an income, and then make a public video about it where we disown him, essentially, erase him from the videos, and make it #1 trending on YouTube. Because we're so considerate of that family and want it to be a private matter. Good approach, Try Guys.
Now, we were always planning on a public statement, and we're working towards that with our team, but in light of rapidly accelerating...
You're working towards that with your team? So wait, is this a public statement or is this not a public statement? This is a teaser for another public statement? Again, they're just reading off a teleprompter words that have been reviewed by lawyers to protect their brand at all costs. Do they care about working with Ned? Obviously not. Do they care that deeply about Ned's income, Ned's family? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. They're talking more about how it costs them lots of money to edit Ned out of the videos. Okay.
We're obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. Again, I'm going to act so mad here, even though I'm reading off a teleprompter, words that have been written and revised by lawyers, and I know exactly what I'm going to say. Give me a break. It's just so fake. I can't stand it. I can't stand how fake it is. We feel saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend. We're losing some...
Why? Did he do something morally reprehensible? Yeah. Did he do something bad? Yeah. Did he perhaps hurt the brand of the company? Yeah. But you valued the pristine image of the Try Guys and the money, the profit motive, above apparently your friendship. You chose to fire him from the company, remove him out of the videos, try to make it look like he doesn't exist, and apparently you said, we can't be friends anymore, so you've cut him out of your friendship too. Terrific. Sound like great people.
Someone we built the company with, we have countless memories with. We just made a TV show together. I'm sure many of you feel the same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened, and we don't know what more to say.
We're sorry that this ever happened. Again, they're acting like everything is inevitable and they have no agency in the matter, but they do. It's their company. They're choosing this decision. Does this exonerate Ned of his actions? No, not at all. Ned, as I've stated at the beginning, is stupid. He did something wrong. He did something bad. He should probably pay some consequences for it. But their little sob story, just fake.
There's also our staff of 20 strong who they just don't deserve the negative attention our brand is now getting because they didn't do anything.
You can tell what they care about, the brand and the money. Brand and the money.
But they're our family, and they're some of the most talented, creative minds in the world, and our primary focus right now is making sure they feel comfortable and proud coming to work.
Again, that was never, ever brought up. Did anybody ever say they were uncomfortable working at Second Try LLC? Did the producer in question, the employee, say she was uncomfortable? No evidence has been put forth that she said that. All the evidence is that it was in a consensual relationship. Was that an extramarital affair? Yes.
But we gotta get out of this 16th century puritanical move to New England and set up, a holier than thou little environment where people cannot make moral transgressions without losing their entire livelihood and friends.
The work they do never ceases to astound us, and frankly, there's just no world in which we could have navigated all of this without them. Now, there are videos that were shot ahead of all this, right? We're going to be editing Ned out like the new season of Without a Recipe.
We're going to continue to make sure that he does not exist because it protects the brand.
And we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, but we care about money, so we're going to continue to run the branded videos. It's just the way things are. Again, it's about brand and money, not honesty, loyalty, friendship. Forget all that.
That's why.
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip. And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members and employees who may be caught up in this. We also want to remind you...
We want you to respect the privacy of the family members and people caught up in this. But we're also going to publicly make a video talking about it and let it be #1 trending on YouTube.
Things will change here. What we hope is that within this, there's also the opportunity for positive growth and better videos ahead. But it's going to be hard. This whole thing is going to be really fucking hard.
And we imagine you have lots of questions.
It's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be hard going down this path that we've chosen to go down. Ned really screwed us. He really screwed us, and we had no option but to cut him out of the videos, remove him as a manager, as a talent. So we had no choice. Had to do it.
A lot more questions right now, and we're going to have more to say in the future. Just right now, we're focused on bringing the best content possible between now and the end of the year, and then figuring out what the future of this channel looks like from there.
That's it for now. Again...
They just sit there, looking all sad, playing up the little stereotypes, the frustration, the anger, the disbelief. I mean, it's fake. Am I the only one that sees this for what it is them trying to save their brand and throw one of their co-hosts and colleagues under the bus for his moral transgression? That again, last time I checked, was not illegal.
More to come. Some things may change. We are just sort of figuring it out all one day at a time.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And we look forward to introducing you to the next era of the Try Guys ahead.
The next era, the Tray Guys. No longer the Try Guys, now the Tray Guys. The Betray Guys. Try Guys, Tray Guys, 3 Betray Guys. But who betrayed who? Ned? Or did the Try Guys betray Ned? I don't know, maybe there's betrayal all around. That's all. Curious what your thoughts are down in the comments. I don't have that much sympathy for them. They're acting like they have no agency in the situation when they do. They're co-hosts. They're owners of the company. They could choose to handle it however they wanted. If they wanted to continue working with Ned, they could have. Yes, did he do something bad? Yes. What should the punishment be for it? I don't know. They chose this route just as much as Ned chose this route. And the fact that they want to act like they didn't, hilarious. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Back to more regular videos. Catch you in the next one. Bye.